Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the top 10 things you should never do in an automatic car. These are critical mistakes that can damage your vehicle and put your safety at risk. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. We'll be talking about common misconceptions and habits to avoid. If you love learning about cars, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Let's get started. Alright, so you've come to a stop, maybe at a red light or in traffic, and you're thinking, hey, I'll just quickly throw it in park while I wait. No, bad idea. This is like trying to slam a moving train onto a stationary track. Your transmission is a complex piece of machinery with gears and mechanisms designed to engage when your car is fully stopped. Shifting into park while still in motion can cause catastrophic damage. When you shift to park, a little metal pin called a parking pawl engages with a toothed wheel to lock up the transmission and prevent the car from rolling. But if your car is moving, even slightly, that parking pawl is trying to force a spinning gear to a sudden halt. The result? You're looking at a hefty repair bill, potentially thousands of dollars for a new transmission. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Doug, my car has a safety feature that prevents me from accidentally doing this. And you're right, many modern cars do have these safeguards in place. Bottom line, don't risk it. Just wait until your car comes to a complete stop before shifting into park. Picture this. You're cruising down a steep mountain road, the wind in your hair, and your foot glued to the brake pedal. Sounds relaxing, right? Wrong. This is a one-way ticket to brake fade city. Riding your brakes downhill might seem like a good way to control your speed, but what you're actually doing is generating a tremendous amount of heat. When you ride those brakes down a long hill, the heat can build up to the point where your brake fluid starts to boil. And boiling brake fluid means, you guessed it, no brakes. This terrifying scenario is called brake fade. Instead of riding your brakes, use engine braking to your advantage. Shift down to a lower gear. Let the engine do the work of slowing you down, and use your brakes sparingly for adjustments. By using engine braking and anticipating your stops, you'll not only extend the life of your brakes but also ensure a safer and more controlled descent. Okay, let's talk about a myth that's been around since the dawn of the automatic transmission, driving in neutral to save fuel. I get it, gas prices are brutal, and everyone's looking for ways to save a buck at the pump. But trust me, this is not the way to do it. First of all, the supposed fuel savings from coasting in neutral are negligible, especially in modern cars with fuel injection and sophisticated engine management systems. But here's the real kicker. Driving in neutral is just plain dangerous. When you're in neutral, you're essentially disconnecting your engine from the wheels, which means you lose engine braking. Not only that, but being in neutral also reduces your ability to react quickly in an emergency situation. So do yourself a favor. Keep it in drive. It's safer, it's smarter, and it's not going to make a noticeable dent in your fuel bill. Chapter 4. Ignoring the parking brake. A recipe for transmission trouble. Let's talk about a small lever that plays a big role in the life of your transmission, the parking brake. When you park your car, especially on an incline, the entire weight of your vehicle rests on that little parking pawl we talked about earlier. By engaging the parking brake, you shift into park. You're transferring the weight of the car onto the braking system, not the transmission. This simple action takes a huge load off your transmission and helps to prevent premature wear and tear. So, next time you park, make it a habit to engage the parking brake first, then shift into park. It's a small step that can save you a lot of trouble and expense in the long run. Chapter 5. Launching your car. Leave the drag. Racing to the pros. Admit it, we've all been there. You're sitting at a green light. Maybe there's someone in the next lane with a flashy sports car, and you get that little urge to show them what your car can do. But before you slam your foot on the gas pedal and try to win the stoplight Grand Prix, let's talk about why launching your car is a terrible idea. Launching, or hard acceleration from a standstill, puts immense stress on your entire drivetrain, from the engine and transmission all the way down to the axles and wheels. Automatic transmissions are designed for smooth, gradual acceleration, not sudden bursts of speed. When you launch your car, you're essentially shocking the system, forcing it to handle a massive influx of power and torque all at once. This can lead to accelerated wear and tear on your transmission, potentially causing premature failure. Save the hard launches for the drag strip where they belong. Chapter 6. Overloading your vehicle. Don't push your car to the limit. We've all been there. You're packing for a trip, and it seems like everything but the kitchen sink is finding its way into your car. But before you hit the road with a vehicle loaded to the brim, let's talk about the importance of respecting your car's payload capacity. Every car has a maximum weight limit, known as its gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR. Overloading your car beyond its GVWR can have serious consequences for both your car's performance and your safety. A heavily loaded car requires more power and torque to get moving and maintain speed, which means your transmission has to work harder, generating more heat and increasing the risk of damage. Overloading also affects your car's handling, braking distance, and overall stability. So before you pack your car to the gills, take a moment to check your vehicle's GVWR and pack accordingly. Distribute weight evenly, avoid carrying unnecessary items, and consider using a roof rack or trailer if you need to transport bulky or heavy objects. Alright, let's talk about those little glowing icons on your dashboard that sometimes flicker to life. No, they're not there to add a festive touch to your commute. Those are warning lights, and they're trying to tell you something important about your car's health. Ignoring warning lights is like ignoring a flashing neon sign that says, "Danger! Potential problems ahead." Some warning lights are more critical than others. For example, a flashing check engine light or a red oil pressure light could indicate a serious issue that requires immediate attention. Ignoring these lights could lead to catastrophic engine damage and costly repairs. The bottom line is this: pay attention to your dashboard. If a warning light illuminates, take it seriously. Early detection and diagnosis can often prevent minor issues from escalating into major and expensive problems down the road. Chapter 8. Two-footed driving, 1 foot, 1 pedal. Alright, let's talk about a driving habit that's not only inefficient but also potentially dangerous: two-footed driving. You know what I'm talking about, using 1 foot for the gas pedal and the other for the brake. While this might seem natural to some drivers who are used to manual transmissions, it's a big no-no in an automatic car. Automatic cars are designed for one-pedal driving. Your right foot should be the only foot operating the pedals, switching between the gas and brake as needed. When you use 2 feet, you increase the risk of accidentally pressing both pedals at the same time. This can lead to confusion, jerky movements, and even loss of control, especially in emergency situations. Not only that, but two-footed driving can also put unnecessary wear and tear on your brakes. Constantly riding the brake pedal, even slightly, generates heat and can lead to premature brake wear. Train yourself to use your right foot for both the gas and brake pedals. Your car, your brakes, and your safety will thank you. Chapter 9. Coasting in neutral, downhill. Gravity is not your friend. We've already debunked the myth of driving in neutral to save fuel, but it's worth repeating in the context of coasting downhill. Some drivers believe that shifting into neutral while going down a hill will save fuel and reduce wear and tear on their cars. However, this is a dangerous misconception that can have serious consequences. When you coast in neutral, you're essentially disconnecting your engine from the wheels, just like we discussed earlier. This means you lose engine braking, a crucial tool for controlling your speed and maintaining stability, especially on steep descents. Relying solely on your brakes to control your speed downhill can quickly lead to brake fade, a terrifying scenario where your brakes overheat and lose their effectiveness. Coasting in neutral also reduces your ability to react quickly to unexpected obstacles or changes in road conditions. So when you're heading downhill, resist the temptation to shift into neutral. Keep your car in a lower gear and use engine braking to help control your speed. Chapter 10. Not servicing your transmission. Don't neglect your car's unsung hero. Alright folks, let's talk about a critical component that often gets overlooked when it comes to car maintenance: the transmission. Your transmission is the unsung hero of your car, responsible for smoothly transferring power from the engine to the wheels. But unlike some other car parts, it's not something you can just ignore until it breaks down. Regular maintenance is key to a long and healthy life for your transmission. Regular fluid and filter changes, along with inspections for leaks and wear, can prevent minor issues from escalating into major and expensive problems down the road. Over time, transmission fluid breaks down, losing its lubricating and cooling properties. This can lead to increased friction, heat buildup, and premature wear and tear on internal components. So, How often should you service your transmission? Consult your owner's manual for specific recommendations. Don't neglect your transmission. Regular maintenance is an investment in the long-term health and reliability of your car. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you understand some of the most important things you should never do in an automatic car. Remember, treating your car right, especially your transmission, is crucial for its longevity and your safety on the road. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might also benefit from these tips. Let us know in the comments if you have any other tips for driving an automatic car safely. Don't forget to subscribe for more car tips and tricks. See you in the next video!